Yeah, Denys, DM? How to DM? Solger. You can, for later, I have things. You can contact me with my email. I have it like on Twitch. I don't know how to DM on Twitch. You can contact me by email. It's under my videos on YouTube on the main channel. So yeah, you can do it. Zebil Bignubi, hi. Yeniamo, hi. Hope you guys doing great. I hope you feel okay and everything is okay for you. No specific reason really to go live. I just missed you and want to communicate with you. Maybe we're gonna wait for some more time, so for more people. Maybe we're gonna come out with a topic for today's stream, but it's not a specific one. Per-Eric, hi. Yeah, I watched your comment today. I saw it. Thank you so much for your kind support. My favorite report. Yeah, Mo. Thank you for nice. Yes, I will subscribe in 2 weeks. Subscribe in 2 weeks? Ah, I see. it's just a joke. Imperator Danny or Danny. Nice. Hello, Betsy. Nice to see you here. Hope this time fits for most of the viewers in the USA, in Europe. So, yeah. I miss my streams so much, but I wasn't able to find the proper time for streaming, and today probably it's the way to go. Trump is shitting his pants because of Epstein. Yeah, the reason why he is so aggressive against Russia. He wants to show that he is a good boy. Probably yes. Yeah, I miss you too, Betsy. Help you learn English very much. Hello from Kiev. You help to learn. I had the proposals, like some people complain about my bad English and they say, okay, I can teach you more, I'm native speaker. I don't like how you how you speak, so maybe we can speak together or something like that. I understand that my English is not the best out there, but, people, they watch me. They watched me even before, like 3 years ago, my English was worse than it is now, and still I had like more views than now. So it doesn't matter, like my level of English. Still I can tell what I think. And then it's not fantastic. Like, let's watch the guy who has a fantastic English. He's a nice guy. And by the way, we're going to partially touch the topic with Epstein files. So let's go. It's Penguin Zero. I like his videos a lot. So we're going to just... It's getting worse. He recorded a video about Epstein. Sound is good, yeah. I have a new sound system, by the way. Not the mic, but... I wonder if I can show it. No, it's out there. So we have like some of the functions here. It's Roadcaster Duo. Roadcaster Duo, like many of the YouTubers, they have it. It's not very expensive, not very, very expensive, I would say, but still it's nice. And I have like some of the stuff here, like for example, Cricket, and I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, anyways, it's nice. Like this also, and I can change my voice. Something like this. I think I already put like this changed voice. Then I speak about the Russian soldiers who are something like this. I don't know why I do it. Just funny for me to play with this thing. You used it in the last video for the 2 words demon voice. Yeah, I use like double kill, something like this. It was in my last video. Double kill. Like then the airplane like the 2 bombs hitting Russian positions. It also has this voice.
This voice.
But I like different types actually. Like this one. Oh, and today in our ring, Usyk, yeah? Alexander Usyk, or what is his name? Like something like this. So I have lots of the effects, and this is the big thing, but it's flat. I mean, the interface, and I like it a lot. Also, why I bought it? Because before I used the small headphone plugged into my ear for the self-listening, self-sound awareness, let's say, how I speak, because then I do not hear myself through the mic. It's confusing. So obviously, with any sort of the setup, you need to hear yourself, your voice. And the same goes, by the way, for airplanes. So then you speak, you hear your sound, how it is processed. You can hear it back in your earphone. So for this, I use the small earphone. And I use this headset or headphones for the sound from PC, from computer. But now with this thing, I can mix everything in one. So now I can hear myself, and now I can hear what is happening out there. For example, YouTube video. We're going to watch Charlie and his latest video about Epstein.
Got another disgusting update for you here today. It has just been reported that Maxwell is being moved to a minimum security prison in Texas with no explanation for why, and there are no answers for any of the questions people...
So yeah, she was moved, like there was the meeting with Trump representatives, and this Maxwell lady, who is the only person accused of the child trafficking. And apparently after the meeting, maybe she complained about kind of the bad conditions in her prison, and they decided to move her to like low security prison, where it's basically, well, I wouldn't say it's like a hotel, but close to it. You probably know about those prisons, yeah? Oh, Unleashed, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Subscribe to Prime. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's moved to a women-only prison. Okay, women-only prison. Denys need more ears, yeah. So I hope that the sound is okay. You know.
Have about this, but the timing is very suspicious, considering she just started cooperating with the DOJ behind closed doors, which again, there is no transparency with in regards to anything that was talked about.
So basically, with this suspicious meeting, Trump may tell to her, like, you could be pardoned, for example, yeah, we are speculating. You could be pardoned if you put specific names and you will not tell our guys about our guys from GOP or my name, he might say. So obviously Maxwell will tell whatever she has to earn her pardon. And this is creepy. This is crazy. Sound is good. Yeah, okay, sound is good. Yeah, I really like this sound system now, Rodecaster Duo. Maybe it's underrated a little, because before I had Mix Pro 3 sound from Sound Systems. Actually, the sound there is good, better than here, but yeah. I guess she has a better life in the women-only prison, even with lower security. Yeah, much better life. Epstein death, yeah.
There now, she's mysteriously just being pushed into a very, very minimum security prison, which is it's a camp, by the way. It's a minimum security prison camp.
So it's like for maybe traffic violations, which could lead to some of the life loss. So not intended murders or something, or even lower crimes than murders. She was put in that facility, which is crazy.
Where it is usually reserved for non-violent, like white-collar criminals, shit like fraud. And now she's enjoying a cozy stay there. Now, her previous spot was also like on the lower end of prisons. It wasn't exactly like Azkaban they had her held up in, but there were still serious offenders in there, and it wasn't nearly as lax as the place she has just been moved to in Texas, seemingly out of nowhere.
The move comes a week after Maxwell met in private with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Tallahassee.
Why there are no public listening for Maxwell? Why it is hidden meeting? I don't understand that. This is crazy. Link for the video. You can type Charlie Moist Critical or Penguin Zero. Penguin Zero. Boo, see YouTube chats also? What do you think? Yeah, I can see you. Basically the country club. Yeah, I agree. That's the country club. Thank you again, Ken 6808 for sub. Good to see you. Just finished watching your... Oh, you're in the glider. Oh, you watched my pilot blog. That's nice. Thank you.
Tallahassee. The details of that meeting have not been made public. It also comes after the family of one of Maxwell's alleged victims, Virginia Giuffre, spoke to our own Hallie Jackson.
Just to look at her, she's adult now, but back then she was teenage.
Urging the president not to pardon Maxwell.
Isn't that just fucking preposterous that the family of one of the victims has to come forward and beg the president to not pardon a convicted child sex trafficker?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that so many big YouTubers like Charlie, like even, yeah, I don't like the guy, Osman Gold, but he is also like with the same line. Osman Gold, CoffeeZilla, Charlie, other YouTubers, they do not push it on the brakes. They continue to speak about Epstein case, and with, like, it's evident that it's lies already. I mean, it's a total lie which made up by Donald Trump that there are no Epstein files. Then later on the Epstein files were are there, but they made by Democrats. It's crazy. Vincent 6M, thank you so much for your subscription. Can you please summarize about the whole Epstein thing? I need to record a big video about it. It's a mess already. Like with all of the information coming, it's a mess. Basically, like in a few words, Epstein was zeroed. Then Donny was the president after his arrest, like in the second week. Donny promised to uncover all of the details about client list of Epstein because he was involved in child exploitation, basically pedophilia for those higher rank officials of the United States, celebrities, politicians, everyone. And it was his key promise, like, we're gonna go through the case. All of his team members, they were pushing it, like, we're gonna find out who is behind it, we're gonna find out who is there. But the thing that Epstein and Trump, they were pretty much good friends. And Trump also was found in the flight logs of the airplane, of Epstein plane, private jet, which was flying all around and delivering people also to that island. Well, not to the island itself, but close to it. You have to take the boat to go to that island where all this stuff was mostly happening with teenage. And then Donny came to power. Like public opinion pushed him to uncover the files, and finally they say that there are no files. Even though then they went to the office, like the main prosecutor, she said that the files are on my desk, they're up to be uncovered, but later on, finally, like Kash Patel and everyone, FBI, they came out with official analysis and publication saying that there are no files. It was just Epstein. Yeah, there are multiple of the cases, thousands of the cases, victims, but it was just Epstein. But later on, Trump said, like, you should forget about the case. Epstein is a creep. I'm not there. And he said that the files do not exist. But later on, he started to tell that the files exist, and they are made by Democrats. And now they're communication with the only accused person, Joanne Maxwell, Joan, I think that's her first name. Okay, Mrs. Maxwell or Miss Maxwell. And she definitely was charged with a crime, even though she signed a deal with investigation, but she was put in prison for the case for trafficking, child trafficking, really. And now she wants the pardon from Donald Trump, and she wants to maybe tell some of the names from the list which is out there somewhere. But actually, with all of the evidence which was provided by many of the YouTubers already, or analysts from media, open analysts, and some of the detectives even, it all pointed out that there is the list and Trump was involved in that. Like, at least, yeah, we don't have like his name in the list and a video of him doing nasty stuff there, illegal and absolutely crazy. But all of them, like side evidence, they show that Trump is involved. And based on the actions of Donny, he really buries himself down with the case. So it's like, just for you to understand what is happening. Ken6008, thank you again for subscription. So I hope you understand, yeah? Ozzy, hi. And then I have short question about the donating. If someone donates you per PayPal, do you get full money or get PayPal some percent? I think they have some percent of the transfer on PayPal, Robert. I'm not sure. Like every service, they have their own PayPal and everything. Ken 6808, thank you. Automode, held the message. Hello. You own the chat. I own the chest. Okay, I can share it. What is there? Still kind of not okay with YouTube. Heaven pedos, yeah, president. Yeah, just imagine if will be some of the video leak, or definitely files will show that president is involved in that. So overall, Donny is trying to defend himself, and that guy from child exploitation charges. Yeah, not the guy, like the girl. The guy Epstein himself was caputed. Then Donny was the president, by the way. They published 10 hours, roughly 10 hours long video from CCTV cameras saying that it's the legit video, but the file, which was given by FBI, it was analyzed, and people find out that there were the cuts and edits in the file, at least 3 of the edits, and they were done in Premiere Adobe Pro program, which most of the YouTubers used. So there is the metadata of the file, which shows that it's not the original one. That video was fake, like edited, and there I think a couple of the minutes missing, or at least one, not sure. So the video is not reliable evidence because it was edited. The miss flying Dennis, you sometimes fly on a glider. Maybe it was deal with both, yeah. If Donny pardons Ghislaine, it's her name, strange name, Ghislaine Maxwell, the GOP will lose the midterms very badly. Yeah, I agree with you. Agree. GBX, sorry, I cannot spell your nickname fully. She also charged twice for perjury. So nothing, Mrs. Maxwell, can be trusted. She showed. Yeah. Agree with you also. So let's watch this video.
Was a co-conspirator to the biggest pedophile and sex trafficker in this country's history.
Yeah.
Because there's a very real possibility that it's something he's considered, because he keeps fucking teasing it, him and his administration.
The big question here is, do we know why Maxwell was moved?
It is the big question, Zinkley, and the United States Department of Justice spokespeople are refusing to provide any answer or comment this afternoon. We have called them, we have texted them, we have emailed them.
They're staying.
So she was moved to the camp with kind of the good conditions. It's interesting why, because, for example, in Ukraine or even in Russia, then jury charges you with some of them. How to say it? Fuck, I forgot this name. Sentence, yeah. Then you're sentenced to the prison. You immediately have the condition like severe heart conditions for multiple of the crime cases, or for example, if it's the first time, you can go to the prison with less severe conditions, especially maybe than usually the traffic violations, which lead to some of the deaths, like on the road. It's basically like a camp. And here they moved the child trafficker in a camp. Okay.
Extremely tight-lipped around the reasoning with this sudden move. It's very suspicious. I think anybody that's activating neurons should be able to tell you that something smells very fishy here. Instead of releasing the Epstein files, which it seems like is never going to happen here, which has gone through the craziest
with current
song
White
and
House,
dance.
yeah.
It's been like 10 seasons worth of plot twists in regards to that from this administration. First, they're going to release them day one when Trump's in office. Next, they're coming. Next, they're on Pam Bondi's desk.
Yeah.
Next, turns out it was a figment of everyone's imagination. It was a made-up boogeyman. Everyone just fucking, ayahuasca tripped and envisioned these files, but they were never actually real. No such thing as the Epstein.
I would like to express myself as Charlie does. His language is the way he speaks is so fluent, and his vocabulary is so large. Oh my God. And he is speaking with no stop. He has his thoughts coming from his mouth right away. He's a very smart guy and very intelligent. I cannot speak like that, maybe because English is not my native language. But anyways, I can try to record like that, but I would spend lots of the hours for the same kind of the video. And he does it very easily.
Files. Then, no, the Epstein files are real, but they're a Democrat
Hi,
hoax.
Liz.
Next,
And Mike.
the files are compromised, so instead we're going to Maxwell directly to get all the names and dangling a pardon in front of her face. Now, all of this happening behind closed doors, by the way, this conversation with Maxwell, whom I imagine will be squealing and singing any names that the administration...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like, she'll tell any sort of the name, any sort, just to get pardon.
wants her to, omitting the ones they don't want her to say and saying whatever names they'd like to put in her mouth.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, she's just being transferred to a very minimum security prison that sounds almost like a summer camp that also has another celebrity resident there. Elizabeth Holmes.
Oh, I didn't know
Theranos.
about
You remember
her.
that huge scam?
Yeah.
This is one of those like cozy, bougie prisons where like the rich elite get privileged to go to.
To a facility that, frankly, and you can look at it on Google Earth.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, And I thought Ukraine is corrupt. I thought that we have something wrong with our system, with our government. But looking at what is happening in USA, like the biggest economy, the biggest democracy, what the hell? Like it has never been like that before. I don't remember those kind of the open cases of this terrible behavior. Like, it's outrageous. I don't understand how MAGA is eating it if they still support Trump.
The fence line is the type of fence that you would put around a school. In many places, there's no razor wire. There's not a fence that would be difficult to climb. The gates of it look more like the gates of a country club than they do of a federal prison.
So she can escape like easily. Go somewhere to the country which will never ever let her out. Maybe someday AI won't be such shit and you'll be able to speak Ukrainian with accurate translation. I don't know. No, it's better to speak original. I'm against AI and all of the... Like, it might help to create some sort of thumbnails. That's the only reason I see it. Like, you'll use effects after all for the thumbnail creation. So it's basically reducing the workload. But to change your voice or to change the video itself towards AI, I don't like that. I'm against using AI in every aspect of the video. So it's like soulless videos, those kind of. Even effects reduce the soul of the video. Like we see in Mr. Beast, then he puts too much of the effects. It's kind of childish at the same time.
Like, I use effects now.
So yeah, it's better to use original stuff. Then it's your accent, then speaking English is also on a 00. So my accent is not that good. It's not a British one. Yeah, Ken 6808. Thank you. I agree, Mr. Brown.
This is one
Or
of the
Dr.
camps that people like to go to. It's all women's. We do have a
Yeah,
response
all women prison, you're
from
right.
several of the victims saying today President Trump has sent a clear message today. Pedophiles deserve preferential treatment and their victims do not matter. That's coming from Annie Farmer, Maria Farmer, and the family of Virginia Roberts Giuffre.
Yeah, it really does seem that way, huh? It's very weird, so peculiar how Trump is so buddy-buddy and cozy with so many pedophiles. And even just last night...
Okay, we're gonna get to it. It's interesting that Charlie lives in Florida. Like, it's a red state, so majority seems to support Donny, Republicans in general, like at first. And Donny, yeah, he won the state, but still, he is not like Trump supporter, I think, Charlie. I think he is not supporting Trump. He is like for truth out there. Yeah, it should be like that.
Proudly presented and brought aboard a registered sex offender to be part of the sports commission that will be overseeing things like the youth presidential fitness test, which is being brought back.
You want to say a few words? Come on up. Come on. He's a little shy, but
Yeah, this case is terrible. Like, just look at it.
once he gets going, nobody can stop.
Oh, no, that don't stop. I'm just proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
I don't know why am I here, what we're supposed to be doing. And this guy was previously accused of the child abuse.
But I'm here to serve, and I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
Nobody like him.
If you know anything about football, you probably recognized who that was immediately. That's Lawrence Taylor.
Dr.
He's
Brown,
a Hall
hi.
of Famer. Probably
Welcome to
still to
Things.
date the hardest tackler in NFL history. But Lawrence Taylor is a registered sex offender. In 2011...
Child offender or sex offender? Like sex offender for the minors or for not minors? Is a sexual offender under Florida law. A positive identification cannot be established unless the fingerprint. So he is in the list, yeah? But not sure whether... Well, anyways, he's a sex offender, yeah?
He pled guilty to sexual misconduct with a 16-year-old who was
16-year-old girl plead guilty in 2011. That's the Trump's team, yeah? Fuck. You know, MAGA, they're all about those conspiracy theories about, deep state, about Zionists or something like that, who rule the world and they abuse children. They are pedophiles or something. But here they elected the guy who put sex offenders on the top ranks and who does strange cases with Epstein case. Like, what the hell is happening? How they still may support Donny in this case?
trafficked, by the way, and has since been on the sex offenders registry.
Yeah.
He was registered as a level...
Yeah, like if it happened once, I think there is the data of the list of the sex offenders out there in USA, and some people even say that you can find the application which shows the places where they live. So for you, maybe to choose your house, if you want to purchase the house or sell the house, you may check out your neighbors like that. Conspiracy theory, we can save themselves. Yeah, I think Donny used this conspiracy theory just for his own advantage to win elections. That's it. Like, we're gonna tell about Epstein, we're gonna uncover, and then I think he's in a list. In Tennessee, 16 is an old lady. Are you sure? Come on, let's go. Why don't we have the sound?
Big of a deal. He's just a level 1 sex offender, which is crazy. But that's the times we're living in right now with the absolute lunatics running wild outside of fucking Arkham Asylum. They're now just in society here with us. Anyway, though, the facts are he pled guilty to 1 count of soliciting a prostitute and a 2nd count of sexual misconduct and having sex with a woman without consent since the victim was 16. Under oath, he admitted to having sex with a 16-year-old, but claimed that she had told him she was 19, so he believed she was of the age of consent. Now, I don't know about all you lovely people out there. I'm not trying to put farts in your butthole here, but I'm going to go ahead and maybe be a little brave here. This might be, just a spicy hot take, but I'm going to let it rip anyway. I don't think a registered sex offender who has openly admitted to having sex with a sex-trafficked individual he thought was of the age of consent but was actually a child is really the best fit for the Presidential Sporting Commission here that will be overseeing activities for children.
This is crazy. I also don't like what the hell is happening, guys. Even Charlie is losing his mind here as well. Like, so surprised and about what it's like the South Park episode in the US right now. It's worse than Idiocracy. I don't have the explanation, and they're okay with it. Like, even in Ukraine, it would be a huge scandal.
Maybe it's just me with those crazy thoughts, though. Maybe that's the problem, actually. I'm not open-minded enough to see why this is actually such a galaxy brain good idea. Because there's a lot of people defending it. Like, how's Trump supposed to know? This was 14 years ago. It's ancient history. What's the big deal? And then people just excusing it like, oh, it happened so long ago and Trump is such a busy man. There's no way you could have possibly known about this history with Lawrence Taylor. Like, what the fuck, man? It's a sex offenders registry. It's public knowledge. All of Lawrence Taylor's neighbors know it. How could the White House not know it before hiring him to bring him on board for this sporting commission? Do they not do any homework on the people they hire? Is there no vetting process whatsoever? They just hire anybody randomly? I mean, actually, that's probably exactly how it goes. Because even Lawrence Taylor, when Trump, babies him up there, Trump talks to him like he's talking to, an actual 4-year-old, by the way. Oh, do you want to come say something? Come on. And then, rubs his back. Come on, say something. Which is super weird in and of itself, by the way. But when Lawrence Taylor does talk, he's like, don't really know why I'm here.
Yeah, he says, but I'll do my best, yeah.
Don't really know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm happy to be here. So he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing there. Why is he hired? That is the perfect encapsulation of this whole administration. What he said, don't really know why I'm here and I don't know what I'm doing. That is exactly what the fuck is happening.
I think it's everywhere in Trump's administration. When they speak about Ukraine to Putin, they know shit about this topic. Absolutely. They're pure amateurs. They're there just for their PR. To be elected, have those points, to show how mighty they could be sometimes, sending bombers on Iran or Iran. But in general, they don't know what they are doing. Absolutely zero competence of White House administration. Well, maybe the guys like Keith Kellogg or Rubio, they may put some of the light on the problem because they have huge experience. But the decision maker is Trump, and the fight for his mind is happening not in the Oval Office, not in Mar-a-Lago, but in TV, on TV. He watches Fox News, he watches some of the influencers, and he reads New York Post. I taught Elon how to destroy Trump. Let it be. Elon could be even more evil than Trump, actually. Man, I love how he explains. Yeah, Charlie is the best in explanations. One of the best. Why don't we have lots of the comments? Is our Twitch alive? Because I don't see lots of the comments. From Ken6808 I think. Yeah, love to see you so relaxed. Denys. I'm relaxed. Who is the pothead people in the glass?
right now. Everything from the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files and all of the circus shit that has followed. It is unbelievable. And it somehow just keeps getting worse. Just stew on this. Really just fucking sit and spin on this preposterous shit that we are seeing here. It is not normal. It is not okay. It actually seems like this administration is trying to normalize pedophilia. It literally does seem that way. He just added a sex offender to the President's Council of Sports Nutrition and Fitness, which will give initiatives to children. What is happening? How can that possibly not be something that everybody comes out and says, whoa, this is fucked up? There is no defense of that. There are hundreds of other...
Yeah, actually, it's hard. It is even hard to tell why it should be like that. Like, what's the reason for it? What's the real reason to push those sex offenders to be in commission for the child sports? Okay.
NFL legends that you could have put on this council if you really wanted to. Like, that aren't sex offenders and shit. It's crazy. It's like he goes out of his way to find pedophiles and be close with them and give them positions of power. It does feel like he gives preferential treatment to pedophiles. He's moving Maxwell to a cozier, more low-security prison in Texas for some reason that's not being disclosed. He's got Lawrence Taylor now as part of this president council. It's absolutely unhinged. I had to talk about it. Sorry.
Yeah, Charlie, thanks for talking about it all the time. Like, I was on his stream and I went to his super chat and I supported him with some of the backs and said, okay, Charlie, thank you for talking about Epstein all the time. Like, you did not leave this topic, and he watched my comment. He's looked at it and he confirmed, yeah, we're gonna speak about it. Like, and he speaks again and again. It's nice. I like what he does, you know, on YouTube and everything. He's a nice guy, absolutely good. With this audience, he doesn't really care about this stuff, and it's awesome. It's awesome what he does. Maybe that guy was on the island with Trump, so he gives him a job to keep quiet. Like a variant. Yeah. So the situation is crazy. Situation is getting worse and worse. I thought like maybe Trump will do something, you know, to cope with this situation, but no. It's interesting those comments, you know, on Twitch. It's weird how you shit on Trump even though he's actually helping Ukraine and trying to hurt Russia. It's almost as if being pro-Ukrainian is just cover to shield for China, but swaying public opinion against Trump. Some sort of the Artem and losers. It doesn't matter like what Trump is doing. He's not helping Ukraine like direct as the previous White House administration. There was the deal. There is the deal with between USA, let's say, and the European partners for European partners to purchase some of the weapons. There are some of the small packages coming also from the United States, but they're not like the immediate help. Yeah. So Donny was anti-Ukrainian for a long 5 months at least. Why should I like him? And now, for how long he will like be rough with Putin until next Witkov's visit? So Donny is Donny. It's impossible to change him. He does Ukrainian. He wants to show that he wants to help Ukraine because of one thing. He wants to be a good guy. That's it. Because he has the Epstein scandal. He doesn't care about Ukraine. He freaking doesn't care. For him, the best variant is to let Russia occupy Ukraine and to make a deal with Russia. That's it. or maybe to let Russia even to occupy some other countries. He doesn't care, absolutely. It's not his business at all. He is there for deals. So Donny is not helping even slightest compared to the previous White House administration. Donny is buffoon, and I don't like him. Never like him. Yeah, I stopped speaking, openly telling that he is idiot, stupid idiot, or buffoon, or orange pedo on my main channel, because after all, he changed a little for the last months, but he's still an idiot. I can tell it here. The thing Ukrainian can defend, it's without USA. Yeah, there is no other option for Ukraine. Like with USA, without USA, European partners will help anyways. Yeah, it will be harder. Russia will occupy more territories, but with or without USA, Ukraine has no other choice. Trump glued on Epstein jets, West Beach, Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. Moreover, I didn't know that, but in Mar-a-Lago, someone corrupted some teenage. I think I heard it from Coffeezilla, yeah? I'll try to find it out here. Voidzilla. Yeah, it's 5 minutes long video. We can listen.
There are more rewrites in the Epstein story than in a Harry Potter fan fiction. It seems like every time I turn around, huge parts of the story, of the official story, have been completely changed to the point that the most interesting part of the story are the rewrites, the changes. Many people like myself have been obsessed with the fact that the facts keep moving as we move the goalposts. First, it was the Epstein list. It existed, it's a cover-up, then it doesn't exist, now it's a hoax, then Trump's gonna give us the list. Then we have the changes to the Epstein footage story. It doesn't exist, yes it does, here's the raw footage, except no, we saved it in Premiere Pro multiple times.
So it's the short explanation from
But now, we're getting changes to the story of the very breakup between our president and Jeffrey Epstein. Look, for years we've been told that Trump kicked out Epstein from Mar-a-Lago because Epstein harassed the daughter of another member. This apparently all happened in 2007.
Okay. So, and he's like this online detective, Coffeezilla. He's very professional in that.
And it sort of symbolized proof of how the president couldn't have been involved in this. After all, why would you kick someone out for being creepy if you were somehow involved in all of it? But now there's a news story coming from our president himself. He expounded in Scotland about the...
Okay, just gonna greet everyone whom I haven't greeted so far. I had a good laugh through, then the mention Don and Medvedev had talk in social. Yeah. How Medvedev manages to piss him off. Medvedev is a clown. He is like this barking mouth of Putin. He says what Putin doesn't want. He wants to say, but he can't. Yeah. So they use Medvedev for this, for screaming and barking. Otherwise, Medvedev would meet the window very long time before. So they keep him for shouting. And because Donny is in this circle, Donny Medvedev start to bark even more. Because for Putin, it's like a joy to annoy Donald Trump, to play with him. And Donny, he still doesn't understand that. He lowers himself, Donny actually lowers himself at the level of this Russian alcoholic by communicating with him in his tweets. So it's, I would say, very low. It was a big mistake for Donny. It's better to avoid communication with Medvedev via tweets or any sort, because if you say Medvedev, it's like you put yourself at this level, It's bad. It's not the level of USA president. Don't put attention on this guy. No one, even I put attention on his tweets just for laugh, and the Russians themselves as well. But Donny, he thinks that it's something serious, which is also funny because it's not. It is just for those crazy words and that's it. But then Donny says about submarines, it's on one side it's okay, there is the escalation, right? it's good to escalate against Russia in any ways, but on the other hand, it's like, this is stupid, like very stupid, to respond that harsh on Medvedev at all, or even to respond. So Putin may understand that, okay, we can use Medvedev to play or annoy Donny if we need. That's crazy. I wrote him 20 times and I got banned, and we made enough of fun of it. Ah, you mean Medvedev? I see. Putin, Medvedev, go back everyone on the social media. Yeah. Medvedev, he's like a toy of Putin, that's it. Only difference is that then people like us get rigged online. Okay, Don is the worst he acts. Yeah. Those you're right.
The real reason that Jeffrey Epstein and him had a falling out.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place.
So there it is. Rather than a member's daughter being harassed, it seems like instead it was over a worker dispute. Immediately after this news story about workers being stolen came out, it was clarified that he's specifically talking about workers being stolen from the spa.
And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that.
Taking people from the spa for what?
One of those stolen, persons that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her.
Now, this is a remarkable change in our story because Virginia Giuffre is one of the lead accusers of Jeffrey Epstein. Everyone knew she was recruited at Mar-a-Lago. Now Trump is saying
I didn't know
he not only knew
I didn't know that Epstein recruited or maybe even kidnapped girls in Mar-a-Lago, freaking Mar-a-Lago. And Donny says he doesn't know about it or didn't know about it. Like, what? What?
About it. This is one of the reasons that he kicked out Epstein, apparently. People complained about Epstein at the time.
Other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that.
Now, the reason this matters...
Why do you say Donny, Dennis? Donald Trump, Donny. It's like, I cannot say Donald. It's too long to say Donald Trump. And Trump, I don't know. Donny, it's like this, some sort of the guy who is not that important, just Donny. So Donny is Donny. Yeah, that's why I say Donny.
Is because it completely changes our timeline. Remember, we had heard that he kicked Epstein out for being a creep in 2007. Now, this places us way over in 2000 when we're first hearing complaints from the spa, because Virginia Giuffre, there's a very clear timeline from court documents that she was terminated in 2000. When she would have been a minor. She met Ghislaine Maxwell, not Epstein. But it's also a problem for when everything happened, because it's not until 2002, then there's the famous quote from Donald Trump about Jeffrey Epstein saying, I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy, he's very fun to be with. It's even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do. Many of them are on the younger side.
And Donny said like that. He likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. It's the official quote of Donny in 2002. And that happened after he said now he kicked Epstein from Mar-a-Lago because he hired some of the girls there. But it happened in 2000. And this is 2002, then he says good stuff about Epstein. It is not connecting.
So if he's already had a falling out over stolen workers, specifically a stolen worker who was later trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein, if he had heard complaints about this, if he knew about this, and in 2002 he makes this claim, that's a real problem. Whereas previously, his kicking out and finding out about this apparent harassment of Mar-a-Lago clients, it doesn't happen until 2000.
Yeah, and later on he says good stuff, like, I'm gonna kick you out, you're a bad guy, you know, but I continue to have a friendship with you, and, you know, you're a nice guy, you know, you like little girls or something like that.
2007. Now we're hearing it's been known about since...
Or on the younger side. Younger side, yeah, they do not specify the age, but this is the official quote of Donald Trump. Fuck.
2000. So this presents a very fine line that the president has to walk in terms of what he knew when, because obviously you have to stick to your story that you kicked him out for being a creep, right? That's what was originally said. In fact, it's even been repeated by the White House. Stephen Chung in a statement claims the fact is that the president kicked him out of his club for being a creep. So that was the stated reason, but you can't know too much in 2000. Otherwise, it makes you look horrible when you compliment him for enjoying beautiful women. Because if you knew he was a creep and you didn't do anything about it, that's a...
Creep is kind of the large definition, wide definition. You can even say Trump is a creep, and you'll be all right with that definition for his person.
Problem. So, when asked to explain this discrepancy, you know, well, you said he was kicked out for being a creep, then you said you did it because he was stealing your employees. Which is it? At first, we hear that they are related incidents.
President, you said yesterday your falling out with Jeffrey Epstein was over him taking some of the workers from your business. But your administration in the past said that you threw him out because he was a creep. So can you explain that discrepancy?
Well, maybe they're the same thing, you know, sort of a little bit of the same thing.
So there you see, he's saying they're related. Stealing the employees was related to him being a creep. So you knew something, but then later he kind of says, well, I didn't know what he was using these stolen employees for.
At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know.
So the story just keeps changing. I mean, it was 2007 that he kicked him out and closed his membership. Then it's 2000 when Virginia Giuffre was stolen because somehow that was creepy, but he didn't know what was actually happening. So why is it actually creepy that your employee gets stolen? That happens all of the time in companies everywhere. In fact, once again, the White House is adjusting their story, saying that it's just the taking of employees that is creepy. Quote, taking employees is...
What does it mean, taking employees? What does this, like, taking employees?
Most definitely creepy. How? If you don't know what's happening with this spa employee, how is it weird? Why are they saying, oh, we didn't know anything, but we knew at the time it was creepy? I don't know. It's honestly insane. It makes me crazy following the story, and I have to document every time the story changes so you guys don't believe this nonsense. I mean, it's like, it is complete gaslighting. It's driving me crazy, and yeah, I just have to talk about it because we can't allow them to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm very happy that people are saying about it. Yeah. It's not just about, I'm a guy far from America, but, you know, in a way we all live in the USA. It affects us. If those creeps, like Donny, continue to be elected as United States president, it may affect everything, like economy, because he is getting crazy with those tariffs. It may affect wars, Russian behavior. It may affect everything. So it's not just the president of USA, even though officially it's just the president of USA. But no, USA is too big, too influential to be that bad now. And those scandals, they must be uncovered, and definitely what Trump tries to say is the total bullshit. Like he can continue to change his story again and again. Almost every week we see something dramatic changes in Epstein case. And yeah, luckily we have influencers with lots of the viewers who put the light on this. And I'm following it all the time. I think I should also film this stuff, even though this channel is not that big, but I think I should do it as well. It was a building in Coons Park, almost next to the Google building, and it was the horrific thing. America has lots of the power worldwide. Yeah, it affects everyone. Like, Donny affects everyone. Only difference that then people like us get tricked online. They can't send nuclear submarines. Yeah. Yeah, Donny is the creep, and I like guys. Then I started to film videos about Donny on my channel, and I started to openly. Then I opened to everyone my opinion on the guy, and I say why I have this opinion. Yeah, mostly it's relative to Ukraine, but in general, like we also what happens with the guy relative to his attitude towards Ukraine for at least first 5 months. We also the meeting with in Oval Office. We also the unprofessionalism and incompetence of Donald and his team. And I was surprised that I have this huge support from the people. So yeah, some people unsubscribe, like maybe a couple of thousand, maybe 3,000 people unsubscribe, but relative to the general amount of the viewers on my channel, it is really nothing. It is okay. So, and yeah, I continue to film about Trump. Now, I still film about Trump, but I will not call him openly an idiot on the main channel, at least for now, until he changes his mind about Ukraine. Maybe I'm gonna speak about him in today's video once again. There will be the third video filmed today on my main channel. So we're gonna like live stream till maybe for an hour long, one more hour, and then I'm gonna film the video on my main channel. I used to like Trump, but then I saw his party blocking yeah, Ricky, I also like, maybe in my soul, I am more Republican, like, than Democrat. I didn't like the agenda of this multi, like, too much left stuff is happening in Democratic Party, so I didn't like it. But Donald is it's the bullshit. Your new 10-minute video system is great, and then you explore other topics like Trump. Those shorter videos are also kind of fresh. Yeah, and also it's good for me this. Like, yeah, I work more, filming more videos, but then I filmed like before half an hour video, for example, or 25 minutes video. I was like looking through the topic. So for me, it was hard to collect all the information. But now I can switch to maybe one topic per video, or maybe 2 topics per video maximum. Make it shorter. I think for a viewer it is better, because some people may click on this video, maybe some like Frontline analysis, and they may click on the other video. So I may diverse people a little throughout my videos, and in general I start to have more views, a little but more views. The more you work, the more you have, and the shorter variant of the content, I think it's better than to film one half an hour video. It is better for me. Even then I edit half an hour video. I usually film like for 3 hours, 2-3 hours video, yeah, original version, 2-3 hours. Then I spend like an hour and a half cutting all of this. But then I film a shorter video. I record like maybe 45 minutes video, like original, and I put it to 10 minutes. But working with 45 minutes video is much easier than working with 3 hours video, okay? So even with editing, I think I can do it faster. So I spend more time for researching the topic. I dig down more to the frontline analysis, so I'll spend more time on that rather than editing the video. So editing process is more okay for me than I film shorter videos. I understood it, so since now, for already 1 week, I think I'm filming like at least 2 videos on my channel. Divide the topic like in the frontline updates and news at least. And if we have some big news, 1 more video. I would love to see one of your blooper reels. Blooper reels? What do you mean? Concepts are great now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that it's good to have more. The more videos you have, the better it is for YouTube algorithms, I think. My personal happenings, but I'm sure if not stayed. Blooper reels are the compilation of mistakes. I think I already have this from some of the channel. I'm not sure. Not sure yet, but I think it's already out there on YouTube. At least I had some of the links sharing that one on my channel. Yeah, CoffeeZilla is...
Got another disgusting update for you here today. It
why
has
is it
just been
playing?
reported that
Why is it playing? Sorry.
people have...
Why is it playing? Where is it playing? Yeah, it's over now. Actually, I have this idea, let me show you, to film more videos from this guy, Adam Mockler. I don't really watch him. I just got a couple of his videos in recommendations where he says about Ukraine, you know, he's pro-Ukrainian. And he films mostly about Trump. So he's kind of negative towards Trump, which is nowadays, I would say, is kind of normal, new normality of normal people. And he films like, you see how many videos he filmed, like, so 1 day ago, okay, we will not count this one, so 22 hours ago, 1, 18 hours ago, 2, 16 hours ago, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day. It is crazy. 7 videos. And every one of his videos like 11 minutes, 8, like almost 9, 8, 10, 9, 15. That's crazy. He's living with his in his studio, I guess. This guy grins. Yeah, I think so. But he's very like he's a lot in what he's doing. Like he dedicates himself. I wonder if he has the time to eat or sleep because he works a lot, like way more than me even now. So yeah, I'm not saying that he is telling all the stuff like okay or correct. I don't care, but the way he works, it really shows the pure dedication. Gilles Taris, he has 2 employees, a cutter and some other guy doing some organization. I see. But still, it's a lot. Agree. Yeah. Speaking on camera, just speaking, you know, speaking to camera for 7 freaking videos a day. Maybe if he has teleprompter, which I don't think he has. I think his videos are more or less live, you know, with his reaction and what he really thinks. But even if he has some writer to put at least the plan for each video, still it's a lots of the job to do. He filmed a lot of content at the same time about 5 different cases. I think he films at the same time, like all of those videos were filmed at the same time, but later on cut and split into different videos. You say like that? Adam is part of the Midas Touch. I see. So he's in a big corporation, I think. Midas Touch Network. What is this? Midas Touch. Midas Touch. Oh, yeah, I see.
Donald.
And they have 5.2 million subscribers. Yeah, very similar thumbnails. And very similar views, actually. Trump. So it's like the Democratic Party media on YouTube, I think, yeah. the fastest growing independent news network in the world. But for so many subscribers, I don't think that they have like lots of the views, honestly. But no, sometimes they have. I think it depends on the speaker. I saw this guy in recommendations.
Yesterday may have been the worst day in modern presidential history, or maybe presidential
Ben Maceless.
history in general. Let me just show you construction completed on the Rose Garden yesterday. Take a look at the concrete mess that is the Rose Garden. They've made the drainage into American flags. As our friend Jojo from Jer says, the drainage grates are American flags. The drainage grates.
They mean this are American flags or what? I don't think those are American flags, to be honest. I think that this is the standard outline. Yeah, there are some of the similarities, but you cannot say that it's American flag. It's different. Hope you can see it. Yeah. And they are very pro-Ukraine. Oh, I see. If they're pro-Ukraine, it's good. They're getting close to 1 million. No, not close. Like, I have maybe 100 subscribers per day usually. So just imagine how many subscribers I should have to get to 1 million. Maybe a few years, filming. His background is a lawyer. Oh, I see. I don't think that this is American flag out there. I'm not sure. No. Looks similar, but no.
On the ground for drainage. If that ain't a metaphor, I don't know what is. And it is a metaphor because you take a look at what else is happening. In addition to Donald Trump destroying the east wing of the White House to turn it into a 90,000 square foot golden ballroom. And Trump said yesterday he would not rule out taking foreign donations from the Middle East and others to reconstruct the White House. We received...
Yeah, this I don't like. The story with the airplane also, the presidential Air Force One, Qatari. Qatari, they have own stuff, It's their win if they deliver this airplane to the White House or to be used by presidents. But it's not how it used to be. And it's not how it should be. America is a very powerful country. It can allow to purchase its own made airplanes. I don't think it's a good way to accept those presents. Even though, if Donald Trump was like a private person, he might accept it easily. But he represents all of the USA now, so I don't think. I quit their subscription. Oh, why? Media touch exaggerates inaccurate. I see. Yeah. Sometimes I also do this stuff, exaggeration a little bit, but yeah. I didn't subscribe for them. I'm not subscribed on them. Then he's showing the extremist Jack. Extremist Jack? Who the hell is this? Gotta go now. Oh, see you, Claire. You are in the hospital? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that you're fine, like in overall. I thought I said something wrong that is my phone. Okay. It actually goes against the American Constitution to accept that airplane. Think so?
Terrible job numbers yesterday. Some of the worst job numbers, worst job report in modern times. Really, since the Great Recession of 2008, jobs fell way below expectations. There was a massive revision downward regarding the prior job reports. Remember when Trump and MAGAs were like, the experts are all wrong. We're creating jobs. I remember when I was saying, I'm telling you, we're losing jobs because I'm focused on the systemic issues within the economy. Turns out that not that.
Yeah, like with tariffs, I think it's a wrong policy. The trade deficit is also not okay, but compensating with tariffs, it may harm local markets. Here I agree.
Many jobs were created and that we are headed completely in the wrong direction. And by the way, it's not just the jobs as well. When you look at some of the other economic data, it's some of the worst data that's exist in modern history as well. And what's Donald Trump doing when you see then what the GOP doing? They're making memes like this. Make automobiles great again.
Yeah, I told it on my Telegram this morning. Probably if you are on subscriber to my Telegram, you can already tell the car behind Donald Trump, making automobiles great again. This was published by the official GOP page. I will tell it in my evening video about Ukraine because it's funny, just for a joke, and because I was driving this car. Actually, it is my first car really, behind Donny. I'm so surprised. I got it from my grandpa, which he bought in 1979. Yeah, in Moscow. Then it was the Soviet Union. He took it to Crimea, and he was driving the car for a very long time. And later on, he gave it to me because I was already 18 years old, and on my 18 years old birthday, I have this car. I didn't have any sort of the money to purchase my own, obviously. I was a student, but I have this car. Oh, shit. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I hope, Claire, you're getting... Yes, I have been in a few weeks. Thanks for this. I see, Claire. I hope you'll get better soon. Thank you for commenting, and see you. Donny, yeah, it's Lada. It's actually not Lada, it's Zhiguli. So this car was produced or designed based on Fiat model. I don't remember the Fiat model, but basically USSR, they hired Italians to build the Fiat factory on territory of USSR, Tagliati. And they started to produce Fiats with some of the changes to the construction. They changed the suspension, they modernized the engine, and the car went for sale. My grandpa was waiting for the car for several years to purchase it, because you have to stay in line in the Soviet Union. It's not a joke. And finally he got the car, and yeah, he was driving it for a very, very long time. So it's not Lada. Lada, it was the expert name of Zhiguli. Initially it was Zhiguli. It's like gigolo, like Italian hot guy or something like this. I don't know. So they decided to call it Zhiguli. Zhiguli was 2101. This is exactly the same car. Yeah, I had it like white color. Here it's yellow, but this design and everything, it was 2101, the first car ever produced by Volsky Автозавод factory, that Italian factory. And it's not a great car at all. Like, make automobiles great again. It's not a great car. Like, it's not American car. First of all, why did they put American cars? It's the Soviet-made car. And it's not great. It was massive in the Soviet Union, okay? So that's why people loved it. And I love this car. But it's a crap car compared to American-made cars. It's nothing. Yeah, it has like more or less okay suspension. The engine is not that reliable, but suspension was okay. It was like not a Mercedes at all, but it was very soft compared to even modern cars. Some of the modern cars, like for example, later on I bought Opel Astra, and the suspension there was worse for the feeling compared to this car. But the suspension itself, even though it felt soft, it felt okay, but it was crappy if you hit some of the holes which were there in the Soviet Union too. You can tear the wheel off very easily. So it was very sensitive to the road quality. the car itself. Why do they put this car here? I don't know. But yeah, in a way, I love this car because it's connected to my childhood, you know. My first, not childhood, but my nostalgia, even to childhood, because my grandpa was driving this car and I was very young, small kid. Then I was driving the same car. Yeah, car required all the time repairs, and I've drove it many times. Then I was 18, 19 years old, but then I turned 20. I decided to park the car in garage and never touch it again. So, and my friend called me and said, "Oh, Denys, you do not drive your kopeyka, we call it kopeyka. It's one coin, okay? Because it's VAS 2101, so it's one coin. So Denys, can you sell me kopeyka?" I just gave it to him, like it was the present for me from my grandpa, and I gave it also like a present. But why Trump is there, I don't know. And it's not a great car, as I said to you, not even close to that. Maybe they hate Tesla so much that they put it. Legit drop high. Kaboom, yeah.
Kaboom.
What brand is it? No, it's Lada. Originally it's like Zhiguli, but later on it was renamed to Lada. Trump stuck in the 80s, yeah. It's like a new addition in your videos. Yeah. It's the voice change. Sometimes I play like counter, we can try, to play Counter-Strike with the chat and say like,
terrorist wins. Or win. Counter-terrorist win. Double kill. Fatality.
Something like that, yeah? Oh, Denys, please say one time kaput.
Kaput.
Or it's better.
Kaboom.
Reminds me of Unreal Tournament. Yeah. Nice game. Yeah, sometimes I also say it on my video, like I like to play with this new interface that I have. So many stuff, like maybe then the Russians kaput I may put like this one. Yeah, where is this? Why it's not working? Very strange. Usually it should work. Oh, I accidentally switched it off. Something like this, I have some samples here. I think I can put more to those buttons. Did you have motorcycle back then? No. Oh, no. Then I was 18 years old. I bought my first motorcycle, yeah. Was you saying that this to passengers than you flying commercial airplane? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Something like this. Jeopardy of Russians want to think, yeah.
And it's a photo of Donald Trump in a front of an interesting car. That's what you want to make great again. Those automobiles. Well, the car pictured behind Donald Trump is a stock image of a Russian Soviet-made VAZ 2101, better known as the Lada 1200. It is not an American-made car. So I guess, Donald, it is make Russian manufacture.
Yeah, this is funny with this car. Like, it is crazy. Make Soviet cars great again. And Russian Telegram is so laughing about it, All of their groups or all of their channels, military bloggers, they all laugh about this image. Oh. That's funny.
grade again. Literally, of all of the cars you could have chosen, you couldn't choose like a Ford. You had to choose a Lada 1200, and it's all falling apart, whether it's the Rose Garden, the East Wing, our economy, moldy vents in the White House. Our research team found that they zoomed in on the vents, all mold right there. And it looks like, again, it could be toxic mold. People are not treating the White House. They're just a bunch of gross people. Look, even William Beach, who was Donald Trump's commissioner for the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, BLS.
Okay, it's not interesting for me any longer, I guess. Postponed Ghislaine Maxwell deposition at Supreme Court waits her appeal. That's crazy. So much stuff is happening in USA. Censorship wars. I want to check it out. Like some Visa and MasterCard, they decided to cancel the payments for some of the games on Steam. NSFW content, so erotic or porn stuff content, as far as understood.
You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one. We're in one, like, together. Not just, like, specifically you. You yourself haven't been isolated and quarantined and being haunted. All of us in this together are being haunted by the ghost of censorship. But it's not a ghost. It's tangible. It's real. And it's...
Yeah, it's like happening in the UK. It started to happen with YouTube. All of them require like age verification. Like before, if you visit some of the interesting sites, you just click that you're 18 years old and you go for it. But now they require your face identity, signature, driving license, or all together. I don't think it's really a good idea because it is against the country's legislation, could be. Like those corporates, they're coming up with additional limitations of your freedoms. And now we're speaking about, this NSFW content, which not, the part of people, they watch it, but it's not like the reason mainly to provide this huge censorship. And they may start from those porn games, but they may escalate to something even more later on. They may say that it may harm, like, oh, there is the blood, let's forbid Battlefield, Counter-Strike, and even PUBG. That's why people are not scared, but they're dissatisfied with those decisions. Like, why the hell should we give you our ID, your corp of freaks? Why you put extra limitations which are absent in the legislation of the country? There are no laws like that. But now, like those groups and the MasterCard, Visa, they decided to block the payments for some of the content, which was all the time available on Steam. And sometimes this content is not even hardcore porn. It's usual stuff, So we're turning to the censorship world, like there's going to be separate internet for every corporate influence country. Like in South Korea, the censorship is quite high now. In UK, it is already. Even Russia doesn't have those laws, honestly. And it's not a good thing, I think. And they may start, as I say to you, from this trash stuff or not trash stuff, but they might escalate. So where is the limit for those corporates to finish abusing your personal data, first of all, and then to limit your freedom? So I don't support it at all.
It's happening all over the place right now. We're getting hit from all angles here like it's the Kama Sutra. It is a full-blown red alert, nipple-squeezing, ass-greasing censorship.
How? Never ever I may tell like what Charlie, how he tells it, like, we were hit from all the side. Like, I cannot tell the way he tells. It's the talent, really. It's the talent, indeed. Fuck. That's why he has so many subscribers as well. He has charisma. He has his monotone sound, yeah, but his tone is so rich with how he may explain and compare, and oh my god, this is hilarious. Like I need to listen it once again.
Happening all over the place right now. We're getting hit from all angles here like it's the Kama Sutra. It is a full-blown red alert, nipple-squeezing, ass-greasing, censorship showdown, and it...
That is crazy. This is crazy. How he says like that. And he's not like, it's not scripted. He just like that. He's just like that. Oh my god. This is a talent.
Is flooding every possible aspect of the online space right now. The one I want to follow up on today is one that I talked about a bit ago, with Collective Shout successfully using payment processors to bully Steam into removing hundreds of...
Yeah, Collective Shouts are basically the group of the Karens who say that players should not play specific games with NSFW content, which may exploit virtual characters, okay?
Games that they deemed too disgusting to exist. They were really niche gooner games that were very low-hanging fruit and easy target.
Yeah, but it's okay, like, but they will not be finishing on those kind of the games.
And then immediately piggybacking off that successful campaign, use the same tactic to strong-arm itch.io into removing their content as well, except that extended to things well beyond just those really specific rape incest games that they targeted for Steam. It then extended to every adult game on the platform, and it is showing no signs of slowing down here, as payment processors are now cosplaying as the moral arbiters that dictate what you can and cannot use your...
Yeah, I think it's very bad. It's very bad. It's the extra censorship on what should be not free. Yeah, you purchase it, but not be limited. Like, for what? It's not like crazy stuff, which is like gore stuff, which you may find not on Steam, but in YouTube, or not on YouTube, but Googling, you may find absolutely crazy stuff for free. But there is the group of the Karens who try to restrict Steam. And they use the big corporations like MasterCard, Visa to block payments for specific genre. And now it's beyond even trash stuff.
Money on. It's a really bleak future. It is a terrible thing. And MasterCard is aware that it's a bad look for them, as they've been inundated with tons of very rightfully angry and concerned customers and clients that are reaching out about how unacceptable it is that MasterCard would tell them what they are allowed and are not allowed to spend their money on. They should have no say.
Yeah, it's dystopian. Like, okay, they'll start from those games, but later they can tell you what you can buy and what you cannot buy. So it's not touching the trash stuff. It's touching the freedoms, like in general. And if you have the MasterCard or Visa, you're 18, okay? If you have the bank account, like there are specific bank accounts for teenage, but to purchase something on Steam, you have to be 18 years old. So you can purchase everything there. It doesn't matter how trash the game is or how hardcore it is. If it is allowed according to law of the country, like if it doesn't harm anyone, you can purchase it. Those are like the virtual characters. Because maybe some people, they like to watch the games if they would not get access to those NSFW content games they favor. They may go to the streets and try to find pleasures in real life, right? So it depends from what angle we look at this issue. Not good.
In that matter at all. As long as they're not buying like actually illegal shit, which they were not, then there should...
Yeah, it's not a drug. It's not a gun, not weapons. Just a virtual thing.
Be no issue here whatsoever. So MasterCard has come out with a statement where they're trying so hard to like downplay it and look like their hands are clean in this, but it's just a blatant lie that Valve has already called them out on. So let's go ahead and look at the MasterCard statement, but I also want to make a mention. itch.io is actually relisting some of the free, not suitable for work content that was de-indexed as a result of this unholy alliance between Collective Shout and the payment processors, where they did the fucking Dragon Ball Fusion dance and became every villain is Lemon's fucking evil. And once all of that content was removed, itch.io has now been trying to re-index the ones that are free, so that way it doesn't even go through the payment processor. So as long as the adult content is no payment, it can be listed again on itch.io here, and they're trying to find other processors to avoid putting the platform at.
Yeah, actually, it will make even the part of this content for free. And it will cause people to pay in different ways. So not just MasterCard and Visa could be affiliated with Steam, for example. Crypto, why not? Some other services, yeah, they may be included. So actually, MasterCard and Visa, they do a very shitty job for themselves, listening some strange group from Australia, those crazy ultra-feminist leftist currents who say about this stuff, that it harms them. And they email to Visa and MasterCard, and somehow they agreed to cut off the payments. Shit. Like, this is so dystopian that such a small group of freak influencers may change the opinion of big corporations. But corporates, they're looking to have maybe more data from the players like that, like passport details to be confirmed, everything to be reconfirmed. I don't know. Maybe they're looking for this.
Risk. Stripe, however, has issued a statement to them saying Stripe is currently unable to support sexually explicit content due to restrictions placed on them by their banking partners. Despite card networks generally supporting adult content with the appropriate registrations, Stripe has indicated that they hope to be able to continue adult content in the future. So Stripe is putting the kibosh on it, but leaving the door open, like maybe down the line, when Collective Shout and others stop fucking, getting them on the horn, yelling and squealing about whatever they want to make a hoopla on, then maybe they'll start supporting it again. But as of right now, it's not like it's improved in that area. Anyway, let's take a peek at what MasterCard had to say. Clarifying recent headlines on gaming content. MasterCard has not evaluated any game or required restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms contrary to media reports and allegations. Our payment network follows standards based on the rule of law. Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure MasterCard cards cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including illegal adult content.
What is illegal adult content? It is legal. Like, if it is virtually created images in a game models, how could it be illegal? Like, what does it harm? Some individual. Why? How?
That is what we call a big load of barnacles. Valve already gave a statement to Kotaku. Well, a spokesperson for Valve did, which is probably the fastest I've ever seen Valve give a statement, to be honest. They immediately came out and said, wait a minute, nope, flag on the play. We're going to have to challenge this one here. This is ridiculous. Because it was MasterCard, like it was these payment processors. Like it did come from them. That was reported by Steam and itch.io. It like is an irrefutable
So yeah, it was coming from the MasterCard.
fact. So anyway, Valve came out to once again say that that's exactly what happened. They said payment processors rejected Valve's current guidelines for moderating illegal content on Steam, citing MasterCard's Rule 5.12.7. MasterCard did not communicate with Valve directly despite our request to do so. MasterCard communicated with payment processors and their acquiring banks. Payment processors communicated this with Valve, and we replied by outlining Steam's policy since 2018 of attempting to distribute games names that are legal for distribution. Payment processors rejected this and specifically cited MasterCard's Rule 512.7.
So yeah, it was MasterCard. They're basically lying in their official response.
And risk to the MasterCard brand. So that rule that they keep referencing states a merchant must not submit to its acquirer and a customer must not submit to the interchange system any transaction that is illegal or in the sole discretion of the corporation may damage the goodwill of the corporation or reflect negatively on the marks. The sale of a product or service, including an image which is patently offensive and lacks serious artistic value, such as by way of example and not limitation, images of non-consensual sexual behavior, sexual exploitation of a minor, non-consensual mutilation of a person or body part, and bestiality, or any other material that the corporation deems unacceptable to sell in connection with a mark. Violations of Rule 512.7 can result in fines, audits, or companies being dropped by the payment processors. To put that into human language, it's basically saying MasterCard reserves the right to terminate business with a company that is selling illegal products or services or selling things that MasterCard deems potentially damaging to their brand. Really?
Yeah. Like this, like really hardcore stuff that was mentioned. It's just the charm, you know. The thing is that they wrote in this message that it may damage their reputation, so we may cancel this. It may damage our reputation like that, so we may cancel this. So basically it's the full control of your wallet. Yeah, you cannot purchase this stuff. This is trash. Like for now it's just a start. That's why people are mostly calm about it, and some of the game influencers are shouting loud about it because they understand what it might lead to. More restrictions, more control, more data given to corporates for them to manipulate with you. So, yeah, this is the fight, like in Cyberpunk, right?
So the purpose of having this baked in is so that way, even if a company isn't doing something illegal or selling something illegal, they can still have this rule here where if MasterCard just decides, we think that might be somewhat risky to our image. Thus, if it's not removed, we're leaving. They have that here. They have that ability to fall back on that. So in this case, Steam, they weren't doing anything illegal, at least not from any of the available information out there. But since MasterCard was told that they need to take action by collective shout, they can then say, hey, if these aren't removed, we're leaving because this is damaging to our brand. We don't agree with this content. We will not support this. Thus, they can threaten to pull out from Steam and itch.io. And it's in their rules that they can do that for anything that vaguely could be construed as, you know, damaging to their image. It doesn't have to be just illegal stuff. And MasterCard comes out and blatantly lies about it. Like, they tried so hard to, like, placate. It's unreal. Like, they immediately...
I'm really happy that Charlie points it out, and other YouTubers, I'm sure, will say about it, big YouTubers. So we're not okay with this stuff, with limitations applied. So, yeah, you can... Like, we're not against, like, control over some dark, really horrible stuff which could be published potentially, but not in this way. Then the company listens to some certain group of crazy people and they start to block the shit which is absolutely not connected to the real thing. So, yeah, they're not even blocking. They do not... you cannot just purchase what you want. And there are multiple of the games which do not have, like, even slightest what was mentioned in that letter as the big proposition to launch this campaign of not able to purchase any sort of the stuff via Visa or MasterCard. So for me, it's like the first open confrontation like that in the game industry. It may start from the game industry, but it might develop somewhere else. Not a good sign at all. Not a good sign, especially right now that you have like alternates. I think crypto will rise even more. The crypto market will be the alternate for those providers, cards, and banks. Yeah.
Immediately got called out on this lie. They were talking about how they were going to clarify misinformation around their involvement in this censoring and the removal of these games, and like trying to make it seem like they're blameless in this, but they are literally to blame. Them and Collective Shout working together, this tag team. It is blatantly misleading information MasterCard just puts out there, and I bet there are no repercussions for them as a company for it, even though it is just literally not true about like how they weren't really involved in these games removals. Yes, they were. Valve also confirms that. Valve tried to argue saying like, hey, this is all part of our moderating, policy that we've had since...
If you doesn't know, Valve owns Steam. Valve owns Steam, and they were in contact with MasterCard and Visa, and Steam is a huge, like it's the biggest shop out there for games, and now they have confrontation with MasterCard, where MasterCard just refused to speak with them directly.
2018, replying with that information, only to get met with a fucking wall where they said, nope, here's our rule, and we're going to terminate our agreement with you if it's not removed. It's silliness to then come out from them and try and pretend like they didn't do anything. Like everyone's just got the story all fucked up. I wonder if they're going to try and issue another statement. My gut tells me they won't. They're just going to let that simmer and sit and hope people forget about it. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I hope people continue to call these payment processors voicing their concern and outrage over this. It's clearly working. The fact MasterCard made a statement at all shows that it is actually doing something. It is actually getting to them. Thus, it's effective. So, that pressure should be kept up, for sure, because we do not want to encourage this kind of behavior where payment processors have this kind of power to just censor shit. They should have no say in the transactions you are making and what you are allowed to spend your own money on. It's just absurdity that it's getting to this level. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a follow-up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Long hairstyle is something for you, Dennis. Yeah, I had a long hair when I was in high school. On GTA, it says 18 plus. Yeah, like they may start from... Yeah, sorry, I didn't pay lots of attention for the comments. I'm sorry. So yeah, they may start like, for example, from NSFW content. They may switch to later on to GTA, to Counter-Strike, saying, oh, it will harm everyone. So yeah, that's why YouTubers and gamers, they're so offended by this behavior. As a mono haircut challenge, no. Thank you, Visa. Keep me protected from Chinese creeps. Huh? What do you mean? I was fine in the first play GTA 2. I was not in the head or anything. Maybe a little. Let you drop. Nice comment. I remember the game Hatred that was banned but was released on Steam after a bit of time. I see. I wonder if Bitcoin will shut out due to this. I'm not sure. I need to investigate more about the electronic currency which they want to implement. I mean, all of those countries, even Ukraine, is working on e-grivna. Maybe it's going to be e-dollar. So I'm just afraid that, we're going to receive like temporary salary. They will not allow us to accumulate the funds. Like you have, for example, 10,000 e-dollars per month. So you have to spend, let's say, $8,000 from. Otherwise, they will all burn down. Like you have the account, you have money coming, and you are able to accumulate just limited amount of money, and you have to rent everything, like rent your personal computer, rent your car, rent your house. Like everything will be for subscription. Everything. And I see that it is coming. Like even in Audi, which I take sometimes for rent, I have to subscribe for navigation service. So car goes without navigation system, and if I subscribe, I will have, I will have better navigation. Then I used to fly the airplanes, Boeing 737. Well, basically, you have the same engine for all of the airplanes, but you have different thrust rating. So it depends on the software. So if you purchase software with 76K engines, kind of powerful, it is one thing. If you purchase the software with 24K engines, it's the difference. So the more you pay, the more they unlock the engine potential. And I hadn't got this on ATR 72, but on Boeing there is this system. Like, yeah, you a little like the more power you have, maybe the less resource you have. So maybe it's the strategy of the airline how to use those. But I would like to have the software where it tells me, okay, I want to have the full potential of the engine, full, and just before the flight to choose like whether I have to lower thrust rating or not. But de facto, I need the full potential. If you have like this full version, usually it's Boeing 737-900, where with 27K pounds or whatever newtons of the thrust. So you are able to change, like you have 27, you have the option for 24, even for 22. Before the flight, you choose the rating. Like software gives the power, like what power would you use, yeah? But like originally, let's make all of the engines powerful. Why you have to pay to get this extra rating? So the same thing I see is happening. Like it's a little bit dystopian. Yeah, it gives me a little depression. Can a pilot get tattoos, Denys? Yeah. Usually, like some airlines may restrict you from getting tattoos on visible parts. Like, for example, this, down to the sleeve. You can have those on the shoulder, here, elsewhere. So what is not visible? But I see that our world changes a little, and I see pilots wearing tattoos or having tattoos even here, elsewhere, just not on the face. Not a long time ago, I've flown a Swiss Air, and there was the flight attendant, a girl. She has lots of the tattoos here on her arm, her arm, yeah. And it was okay. But for airlines like, for example, Emirates, Qatar, they require, like, if you have tattoos on the visible parts, you have to use the special makeup to hide everything. Cream, yeah? How many got destroyed? Mr. Pile lived. Yeah, Betsy. A little. Greetings to Germany, Captain. Captain, thank you for subscription. And these companies are trying to get in law that you can make your own software to run their hardware. Yeah, Oblivion. Bad interior. What do you mean bad interior? Charlie? You mean...
That's about it.
You mean his interior is not good? I think he put too much stuff there. I think he put too much stuff behind. But he likes it. It's his studio, so he is free to do whatever he likes to do. So I don't judge him for his studio. I just have my own impression on the studio. I think he was working on it long time ago or already. Oh my god, he's so often with his uploads. I wish I will upload those kind of the videos also. Where is his studio? His new studio and his old studio, I think it was better. Here's his studio.
For pretty much my entire...
With the lights, you see? With the lights, I think it's more interesting. Oh, I think here...
ago when I was in college, the same way a mental institution treats a padded cell. It looks like I was trapped in solitary confinement. Like, I have no doubt in college when someone would come over, they probably thought I was about to kill them because it looked like Dexter's Kill Zones. It was just sterile, white walls and nothing else. Just a mattress and a computer. Or in my, like, home, my room at home, it was a mattress, a computer, and a TV, as well as...
Oh, here he is about his studio.
Like, my
Wow.
shit looked like the place Squidward went to be all alone. And I kept it that way all the way up until like 6 or 7 years ago. That's when I finally decided...
He's connected somehow
breathe some
with
life into here
his
so
long
it
hair
stops
hardware
looking so
YouTuber. Yeah.
And at that point, the dam broke, and it just became a flood of filling
Sound
my
mouse
room
high.
with things that mean something to me. It's like a classic scene out of a musical where it's in black and white, and then all of a sudden something really uplifting and cheerful happens.
Yeah,
and then it's
his
still
studio
there.
looks really great.
That's what
Then
happened
everything
the
lights
second I
up.
started putting a
It's
few
okay.
things in my room.
Like even this messy stuff with lots of
over
the
the last couple of months.
figures.
It's been
It's
nearly
okay.
2 years on the dot since I allowed you entry into my Sistine.
So here's his old studio. Like some placard that I have here, also with the airplane. It was okay. Kind of the cozy one. Minimalistic, I would say, even, compared to what he has now.
Chapel. And it has completely changed
Yeah.
since that first time you came into my chocolate factory. I
Chocolate
burnt this
factory, he
motherfucker
says.
to the ground so that a phoenix could rise from
If
its
you want to
ashes.
fly a plane, I will really ask, but that's a training.
Domain expansion has completely
But that's a
changed.
training, huh?
And I said I'd give you a little tour when it was close to done, and we're getting to that point. So, let me take you on a little walkthrough.
Walk
I
through
already
the
gave
studio.
you a little sneak peek of my bussy 2 months ago when I
2
was
months
trying
ago.
to explain why my room was emptying out faster than a Joker 2 auditorium after the first musical hits by the kilo like I'm smuggling coke. I've got boxes on boxes of sealed
Shit.
Magic the Gathering product and One Piece. I stack those boxes by the kilo like I'm smuggling coke. I turned this closet into basically a fucking
This is
panic room
closet.
for dweebs. It's like if John Wick was a nerd. So that frame.
So he's a maniac. Charlie is a freaking maniac.
Every box in here is sealed except for a couple
Everything is sealed, yeah. He didn't unbox it.
magic boxes like that Visions one you just saw there. The reason some of them aren't sealed like Visions is because I only had one of them and we opened it all of that to the zoos that have
What are inside those boxes? Cards?
Metal Raiders, etc., as well as the
Pokemon cards. What is this? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, Charlie is a maniac.
display. Underneath that, we have this drop-dead gorgeous display. This is what your girlfriend's thinking about when the two of you are having sex. Not a whole lot has changed here. It's more sealed product, but I did add an antiquities box to the Magic the Gathering section there.
Yeah, I think those are the cards. No difference to collecting stamps, nothing creative. Oh my. I started to collect microphones, apparently. It just happened, you know. I was chasing a good sound and I was looking at reviews. Oh, this mic is good. Oh, I need to try this one. I need to try. And I purchased like 7 microphones. And this one was the last one I purchased. And I think this is the best for my content. But sometimes I think I may use some other mic. Just, you know, I want to use all of them, but I cannot do it simultaneously. I think that's why he keeps his boxes sealed, because he also wants to like use those. I also collect figures. I think you can see my Miku, my Asuka, yeah, from Evangelion. It's there was the time then it was my favorite anime, Evangelion. Really enjoyed the story. It was a little psychedelic, but there is the big philosophy behind it. I don't recommend to watch it for the young people with because it might even traumatize. As it traumatized, I think, the author of the Evangelion. So I really like anime. It wasn't all of my life that I liked anime. I think it started and I was in university, then from Ghost in a Shell. It was like this first deep anime that I liked. So then I saw this figure with a motorcycle. Wow. And it's so detailed. So nice. And Miku, then I saw this figure. I immediately understood that I should paint the flag in Ukrainian color. So it's actually the present from one of my subscribers. But I painted the flag in Ukrainian. And I think it fits her very well. And also I have like, this is the present, F-16, Warthog. This one, I like it. I like this airplane. It's one of my favorite military airplanes. That's why I bought it. So I just Googled for the poster. I thought maybe to get Ukrainian jet, but they had not a good posters with the Ukrainian jet, so I decided to buy this one. It's actually on the door on magnets. I also have myriads on the top. You don't see it. Yeah. And I have the engine. I have cosmonaut. Okay, it's everything of that on the top. You don't see it in a frame. And this poster, it's. I like cyberpunk, and I just like this Trauma Team poster. I don't know. At first, I want to put it there, but it fits this cupboard or what is this shelf perfectly. So it's like a door. There are some of the shelves behind it for storage of some stuff. I usually keep my camera gear down there. Other than that, everything is fine. Like the lights are standard. Those how would say hexagons, yeah, or how to call this? So those, and that's it. Like everything is so minimalistic, but I think it's okay. Yeah. Before here was Maria, but I really like Asuka, the way they made this model. So I decided to put. I don't care what people think. Like maybe some people like I'm not too much in the comments on my main channel, so maybe some people wrote to me, "Oh, Denys, you're a creep or something, collecting those figures." I don't care. Like I'm like this guy, like Charlie. We have our own sickness, yeah?
That was a very hard bastard to track down, but thanks to Pay Money Wubby's help, we were able to get the UAV online and find it. Then it's the Gold Star Pokemon collection, as well as all the First Ed boxes I opened.
Yeah, it's Tank in the Sky, yeah. I really like A10, it's
some of my
awesome.
favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. Of course, I still got the Dual Knights trophy.
Just pause here. I like A10 because it's outstanding aircraft, like the way it's used. It's attack airplane. It also helps people on the ground. Like there is the special connection between this airplane and infantry forces. So it's not like average airplane. It's something more. And it's so versatile. It is so unique. It has its own personal sound, which I put there. Partially, you may see it on the screen. Bert. Yeah? Bert. How to say it. Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yeah, that's why it's like it has significant charisma. Like, I like also F-16s, I like different jets either, yeah? But this is unique. There is no bigger charisma from any sort of the military airplane, I think, than from this one. Unique sound, unique look, unique versatility. How it is used, like the heritage, the story is so. This one, 100%. That's why I like this airplane so much.
There that I earned for being the best duelist on the East Coast. Even got my copy of Forbidden Memories for the PlayStation that I played the shit out of when I was a kid. Got some sealed Magic starters. Unlimited beta and alpha. Surely there's a Black Lotus waiting for me in that alpha. Just wanting to be uncaged from that fucking sarcophagus.
What is happening with the video, Charlie?
We also have the opened alpha that we did for a video last year. Right next to that, we have the Gamer Subs claw machine with an Eldari Wraith on top of it. This is now fully operational and integrated into my streams. So if you come to my streams, which you absolutely should because it's guaranteed to make you more attractive in the first place, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't come to every stream I do. And once in the stream, you can join a Discord. It's an open Discord, and you'll get entered into a random queue. And when it's your turn, you'll get pinged, you'll get access to the webcam, and you can play the claw.
I didn't know. So actually through Discord you can go and play and maybe even win something here. This is a clever idea.
Remotely, and whatever you win will send you in real life. So the stuff Charlie's have range from like Gamer Subs Goof Juice to Cheeky Soap to Galaxy phones to Xbox, PlayStation, Starforge PC, all that, the kit and caboodle. It's completely free to play. You don't.
So you not only win those hats, there is something written there. You see? Hope you can see. Galaxy phone. You can win the Galaxy phone or what? Switch, maybe Nintendo Switch. So if you win, Charlie gonna send you, and you can access via Discord. This is a very smart idea. So during live streams, you can win.
Don't have to be a Twitch sub or a YouTube member. It's completely open. Just thought this was like a fun little mini game to play in the background of streams. I'll put a link to the Discord in the description of this video.
Fine.
Just a heads up. There's no.
I didn't know this feature really. He's trying to buy subs. No, it's just fun feature. He's not saying it's for members. He says it's not for membership only or something. Like everyone can go to Discord and play. Maria91, thank you so much.
Talking in it. It's a fucking library. It's silent in there. There's no talking permissions. It's solely just to enter into the Crane queue and play it. Now we get to my latest obsession, which is collecting statues, and I'm about to talk.
Yeah, I also somehow I cancel my obsession with statues because I don't have enough place, enough room for everything. So I would like to have more statues, maybe in the future, but not now.
About these bitches.
Sauron
like
is cool, yeah.
So that right there was a Sauron from Prime 1 Studios.
It's so big.
Sephiroth from Econ Studios. I've got my God Slap frames hung yet again, looking absolutely stunning. And here's Nameless King, Dark Souls 3, one of my favorite bosses. That's from First 4 Figures, as well as a Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition statue. Fuck the Dark Souls 2 haters. You can suck the pepperoni nipples right out my chest. Still a good game. Underneath that, I have a Final Fantasy section, since it's my favorite franchise. I have a Sume Art Final Fantasy 9 statue, a Cloud, a Diablos from Final Fantasy 8, and an Anima from Final Fantasy 10. Underneath that, even more Warhammer because I've become hopelessly addicted, so this is all Titans here, and I'm basically buying anything that's even remotely adjacent to Warhammer. You could slap the name Warhammer 40k on a pile of horse manure, and I'd probably be pre-ordering that shit today. And then here's all my old consoles and games that I had growing up, as well as the exact CRT TV that I grew up playing games on in the late 90s, early 2000s. It still works. I even have a PlayStation 4 hooked up to it with an adapter, and I get to watch YouTube, Netflix on it, and it is just a beautiful experience. Got some more Warhammer minis up top. That's my Grey Knights army. And this right here is a display of things that are very special to me from video games. So I have Halo Reach, Halo 3, Halo 1 and 2. Halo 2 being my first multiplayer gaming experience. Getting called gay and telling me that my mother is being fucked constantly really helped put hair on my chest. I got Majora's Mask in there. One of my
multiplayer with a mic, of course, you'll get those comments.
Favorite games of all time. Wave Race, the actual first video game.
Those statues are so expensive as well. Yeah. This one, $200, 220, and it was pre-order. I was waiting it for, I think, 8 months or something for this statue. But then I saw it, I just fell in love. And this is the present, as I told you. But original, I think this one costs roughly $400. I looked at it on eBay. I got it as a present, but it's $400 with something, this Miku with the flag. Which I ruined, actually, by painting the flag in Ukrainian color, because originally it's different. It's the special statue for the 10th anniversary of Miku or something like that. That's why it's so expensive. Yeah.
Game I ever played, Grand Theft Auto.
So those big ones, more than 500 for sure.
Trilogy, as well as Psychonauts, City of Heroes, my favorite game of all time, City of Heroes. We got RuneScape representation in there. That total level sign was actually made by someone who sent it to the P.O. Box. Huge shout out because I got my handle in there, Turbo Wet. I recently maxed the account, so it's a beautiful reminder of that achievement that I'm very proud of. Then we have the most important product I ever owned. A Dazzle Platinum capture card. Even just gazing upon that beauty brings a tear to my eye and a wet spot in my trousers. I mean this with no exaggeration, it changed my life. I would not be here today if not for the Dazzle Platinum Capture Card. It's what I filmed all of my early videos on.
Oh, I see.
Without that, I'd be out on the sidewalk blowing bubbles, begging for loose change. And then next to that, we have Bad Company 2, which is what a ton of my early videos were, Fun Tactics. Same with Modern Warfare 2 and Gears of War, the most important game I ever played because that's the game that had me start making content in the first place.
YouTubers are getting robbed for Bitcoin. Now this one has toys. Huh?
Real quick, I keep getting asked what the display cases are behind me, like what you're seeing in the video right there. They're called Maju cases. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything. In fact, I do not really like the company. I like their product, but it's a year and a half wait to get anything from them. So I placed an order for some Maju cases back in October, and I was told that it wouldn't arrive until 2026.
He says about those shelves?
So the reason I have these, how I got them, is I just found hand-me-downs from eBay. Pretty much everything I own, I just bought secondhand from eBay. Pretty much nothing I have, I was able to actually find firsthand. So I just wanted to toss that out there. They're called Maju cases. I do like the product a lot, but you're probably better off trying to find a leprechaun's pot of gold because you just will not get sent this in any reasonable amount of time. Now, next to the very sentimental component of the display, we then have more Warhammer, which is now very sentimental. So that's Titus from Weta Work.
Fuck, this is cool statue, cool figure, and I bet it's very expensive. It's so unique, just made once.
Workshops. Titus is my favorite character in Warhammer lore. Those are all Ultramarines up there. Also, that was a Space Marine 2 Collector's Edition. Titus underneath the big one. And then in the
Doom
middle, we have my Necron army that I'm still in the
and how to call this guy
process of building. You also saw Magnus the Red in there. He's not part of the Necron army, but I just thought he looked cool there. That is a Doomslayer Prime 1 Studios statue. Next to him, I have some Warframe statues, an Excalibur, and a Volt. Then we have my Souls display. So that's the Demon Souls Tower Knight, Prime 1 Studios, Eileen, Bloodborne, Prime 1 Studios. Then we have Dark Souls 1, that's first 4 figures where he's lighting the bonfire. Elden Ring Collector's Edition for Mesmer and Melania. And then Sekiro Collector's Edition, as well as one Etsy Bloodborne Hunter that I saw that I thought looked cool. So that's all for my Maju case displays there, my entertainment center of Maju cases. Then I have my Goof Juice fridge, as well as a StarCraft 2 Nova. And then we move into my new shelving units. So this has been the big
It's not in the frame, I guess, yeah?
thing. This is a custom desk plus shelves that a friend of mine named Joseph.
Oh, so here's the table. So we have the camera, some of the lights. I think it's a kind of the cheap light Charlie has. The same microphone. I think Audio-Technica 80-2020. The big carpet for the mouse and for the keyboard, all in one. PC. What is that? Maybe Wi-Fi. Lots of the silver buttons or what? No, those are the cards. This is the big diamond button on the 4. On the shelf. What is this there? Maybe it's just a socket connection. But it looks okay, like for the studio. Couple of the monitors. Maybe I should reorganize monitors like this. One a little upper, one a little... Because I have one monitor inverted. Maybe I should place them. But I think I cannot do it like Charlie does. Because I want to have monitor right in front of me in the center. And the other monitor just on the side. Maybe my setup will do for me better, I think.
Made as well as his team. They did an unbelievable job. So a lot of it's still barren because I'm still in the process of getting things to fill it out, but I cannot wait to have this fully filled. I've shown my PC before. It's the Godslap PC from Starforge. This thing is more powerful.
Oh my god. The custom case.
Than a neutron star, and it looks absolutely amazing because it's fucking Godslap, baby. Now, above my monitor, I have my commander decks for Magic, so these are all 8 of them, my favorite being Satoru Umezawa. I've got the nuts here. I fucking love these decks, so eventually I'll do a deck list for them on Skill Check channel. Then there's the Diamond Play button, as well as my favorite album of all time, Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, as well as the best album of all time, The Gentleman Evolution of Tears. Over here's a work in progress. We have some of my favorite cartoons, Invader Zim, Avatar, Courage, as well as a Gundam Evo Shadowbox, RIP Gundam Evolutions, Gone Too Soon But Not Forgotten. I have a Gundam Exia Still Sealed, as well as a Spawn bust. Then I have some more statues. This is a Hero Belief Studio Dragon Ball Z villain statue, as well as a Last Sleep Broly statue. Underneath that, we have Majin Vegeta bust, as well as a Janemba statue that I just found at the mall like 6 months ago.
I'm shocked with all of the stuff he has.
Full Metal
But you see, the good thing, he has just a nice chair. I think it's leather chair, but it's not like this fancy automobile sports seats style gamer chairs. They are not okay, actually. I have mine. It's 120 bucks from IKEA. And it's kind of comfortable, especially with this one. I put some underneath, I sit on this stuff. Special pillow for the S pillow. So it keeps the form of your booty quite well. It, puts aside a little the load on your chair, and it's kind of comfy. I may sit like that for hours and hours. Even on this IKEA seat chair, but it's shit, I need to put it back. So yeah, and I'm a little taller, with this pillow. Yeah, because the gamer chairs, I think I should record the video because the topic is kind of interesting. So I tested one and it was terrible. I sat like 30 minutes in one chair and it was really terrible. So the standard office chair, like I have here, also it has, it's transparent. So if I sweat, if I play too much of the stuff, if I play some interesting games, if I sweat, it's okay. I have ventilation in this chair. I have it on the booty, I have it on my back, and it's quite comfortable. Also, it has some of the play. So yeah, and I really like the chair of Charlie, which he uses here. So it's the smart choice.
And then we've got...
Maybe I should also change the seat for something more fancy than just a IKEA chair.
Godslap, Plague Seeker, Cheeky, and Goof Juice. And that's the progress report on the room so far.
Yeah, but I don't like the chair to be really visible in my videos. Like here you can see that Charlie records his videos. His camera is a little aside. I like the front camera view. And his chair is a little aside, even though it looks great, but I don't like for it to be visible. Because my chair, it is not visible. I don't think it's visible. Even armchair, so yeah. What's your height? It's 188 centimeters. Stressless magic, yeah. I see. Pilots and trackers are experts in sitting. Yeah, the Boeing seats, they are so terrible. The most uncomfortable airplane seats, the Boeing is terrible. Even freaking ETR is better. And Airbus seats are awesome. Charlie is 170. Yeah, he's a short guy. He jokes about it himself.
It's just filled to the brim. The cup runneth over on things that are just important to me. From my favorite cartoons to my favorite music to my favorite games. All of it, I just wanted to be showcased in a fun, interesting way.
I wonder how many views, 1.7 million he has on this video posted 5 months ago. So people are interested in this. He's not hearting the comments. Okay, I usually heart the comments after some time or initially, then I post the videos. It's interesting. Yeah, far away to have that studio. Mine is simple, but I think I have my own taste for the studio. And I choose the things that I like. Anime girls and airplanes. What else could be better? About the Pokemon card collection or something like this, I'm not really into it. I don't know, maybe I need to research the topic. Yeah, Maria is on the top. You just don't see Maria in the camera, but it's on the top of the shell. I want to check out the news whether I can film about something today or not. Usually I see like news on Twitter or on Telegram. Just a moment. I need to check everything. Yeah, like just a regular update. No significant, really big news. They're not coming. Okay, we'll see. Oh, we have good news. But it's for the Frontlines update. So after all, we have the confirmation that Ukraine moved just a little. It's Zaporizhia Oblast, so Ukraine to control over Plavny, kicking Russians out. And we have the confirmation, like some visual data. And what is this? Russian forces have released the video of airstrike at the bridge in Kherson leading to Ostriv neighborhood. Another bomb also landed in residential area. Yeah, Russians are shelling Kherson a lot. This is crazy. Yeah, I should say about it. Yeah, Russians are shelling, but still cars can go. What is this? Aftermath of the drone strikes in the Rostov region. Okay. There's the substation that was hit. Yeah, I told about it. Usyk met with Zelensky and Yermak. I hate Yermak. Other than that, like I'm gonna see. There should be some of the good news today. I'll try to find some. What's about the map update? Okay, we have near Andriivka, Ukraine is taking some of the ground. And Russia takes the ground in Belogorivka. Yeah. Recently they tried to get to Siversk. And this is Toretsk. Russians took the ground. Okay, for the front lines, I think I'll record the video tomorrow. But this evening it's gonna be clarification and maybe some more updates. Yeah, this is Kherson again. We see this video. What is this? This is freaking Darth Vader car. Look at the front, yeah? This is a Russian car. I think something broke down there, judging on the sound. Let's listen again. Shit. Shit, this is crazy. Is it Russian? Like we don't have the Russian Darth Vader infantry fighting vehicle spotted somewhere in Ukraine. Shit, this is crazy. I wonder why did they blur the background? Maybe not to identify the location. They want to make this outstanding infantry fighting vehicle, I guess, or infantry carrying vehicle top secret. Armata? No. This one. How to call it even? I need to call it. Darth Vader, it sounds too good for Russian vehicle. Holy tongue. Yeah, it seems like it is this demining. No, I think it's BMP or maybe a tank. Maybe it's T-62. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 wheels and the caterpillars. So here we go. Like let's say T-62. No, it has 5 actually. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to T-72. T-72 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's T-72. Because here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wheels and caterpillars. How to call them officially. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And small wheels here on the top from each side. So it looks like, yeah, this is the drive actually, yeah? The drive here, the drive here. Very similar to T-72. Very similar. This is the first version, by the way. Now it's like this, with more robust armor. I think it's T-72. Well, it could be like BMP-2. Maybe it's smaller, but I think it's tank. BMP-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be BMP. Could be BMP. I'm not sure whether it's tank or BMP. Maybe the wheels are small. Maybe it's BMP after all. Yeah, something went wrong in the front part, you see? Like here. It's going, and then... I think the caterpillar or the truck, it lost. It jammed or lost or whatever. Do you think there is actual top of the tank or they just repurposed the trunks? Fake tire. But where is the cannon? They don't use cannons. Their goal is to reach Ukrainian positions and land the infantry forces somewhere. That's it. T-52? You think so? T-52? It says American tank. T-54, there is the Soviet tank, but no, it's not this one. And that's your next update. No, tomorrow. I'm just gonna, guys, I spent like too much time maybe for streaming. I need to cut it, and I'm gonna see you later in my video with the Ukrainian update. Yeah, I need to work. So thank you so much for joining me today in the stream. We discussed some interesting topics which were interesting for me, especially. Maybe I'm gonna film one more video on this channel about Epstein or something like that, judging on what people or influencers are saying. So yeah, see you around, and I wish you all a peaceful sky and have a great time. Thank you guys for your awesome support and for watching me.